Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Chun Sing. Spent the last 23 years of my life with the military. The previous appointments included the Chief of Army, Commander 9th Division, Chief Infantry Officer. I also spent 2 years as the Army Attaché in Jakarta from 2001 to 2003. My role then was to help understand the post-Suharto dynamics and to build ties with the new emerging leadership in Indonesia. Selamat sore, para hadirin yang saya hormati dan saya cintai. Nama saya Chan Chun Sing, mantan Ketua Angkatan Darat Singapura. Saya minta maaf kalau bahasa Melayu saya kurang bagus, kerana dulu saya baru belajar bahasa Indonesia. Walaupun hampir sama, tapi saya tahu masih ada beberapa kata-kata yang beda. Pada tahun 2001 sampai tahun 2003, saya jadi atan di Jakarta, Indonesia. Tugas saya waktu untuk meningkatkan itu hubungan antara dua militer dan dua negara kita. Mudah-mudahan terus-menerus itu hubungan antara Singapura dan Indonesia juga tambah baik di masa depan. When friends heard that I was about to leave the SAF, many asked me, why do I do so? It's not an easy decision. I have committed my life to the military, and I have many good friends and buddies in the military. And I know that the journey after I leave the military will probably be much more challenging, much more demanding on my time. I come forward because I was taught since young. I always remember this Chinese saying, 先有国, 后有家. First, there must be country before family, and by extension, there must be family before self. And as the army has taught us, and taught us well, it is always duty, honor, and country. Singapore is like a yacht, not a supertanker. We need a cohesive team of leaders, people that can watch the waves, respond swiftly, catch the winds, and then we can sail around the world. If we lose that keen sense of awareness, then there is nothing that will guarantee that we will not be swept away by the tide of history. And if we look at the history of Southeast Asia, history has never been kind to small states in Southeast Asia. Can Singapore beat the odds of history? We are not supertanker countries. We cannot take a breather and drop anchor whenever we want. But if we believe that we can watch the waves, catch the wind, then I think we too can sail around the world. Maybe we will do it in a more environmentally friendly way, using renewable energy. The question is, how do we organize ourselves to be a championship team, when often we may not always have the best nor the most resources at our disposal? I'll just share a personal story from my own experience. Many years ago, when I was commanding a unit, I found out that I had more soldiers than I was supposed to have in my unit. I was puzzled. Then I found out many of them were obese. Almost 100 of them were obese. They not only have physical challenges in terms of fitness, many have self-esteem challenges. Many units did not want them, lest they affect the unit's performance in the best unit competition. Then I have another big group of soldiers. We call them the very helpful soldiers, because they were always helping the police with the investigations. Once we thought we would do a bare body run. We took out the shirts, all the dragons and tigers came out. We thought, well, better abandon that idea quickly. Nobody wanted them. We took them all in to our unit. We didn't aim to be a champion unit. Rather, we strive just to value add to their life. I'm proud to say that many of the obese soldiers went on to run the Army half marathon. They couldn't even run 2 kilometers when they first came in. Many of the soldiers from the disadvantaged background, left the unit when they ORD with their chins held up high, because they realized they have become a better person, a better team player. So how did we do it? there's no secret. As the Malay saying goes, didik jadi bukit. Bit by bit, we will build a mountain. We did not win the best unit competitions, but we believe when well-trained, well-led, even the infantry will beat the commandos. This is no different to how we should build Singapore for the next lap. To make sure that we value add to everybody to be the best that they can be. We don't need to try to set out being the champion, but we believe if we do the correct things, value adding to everybody's life to maximize their potential, then being a champion is inevitable. The Chinese have a saying, 天生我材必有用. Everybody has their talent. Going forward, our role is to make sure that we harness this diverse talent to build a cohesive team. Or as the Chinese say, 三个臭皮匠胜过一个诸葛亮. 团结就是力量. Unity will be strength. Going forward, our challenge is to build this cohesive society together. But yet, despite our best efforts, not every one of us will be able to fulfill all our aspirations. Then what happened? Let me recount another story. At the end of secondary 4, I was from RI. So it was expected that all RI boys will go to RJC. But in my year, that time RI was splitted away from RJC. Some of us didn't like the management at RJC then. We were quite rebellious. We called for a meeting. We thought we will mobilize all the RI boys that year to not go to RJC. And you know, we believe if all the RI boys and all the RJS girls, if they don't go to RJC, RJC will close shop. But during the discussion, someone reminded us. He says, if we so believe and so love this thing called the reflection spirit, and that we want to pass it on, then we should go to RJC in spite of. In spite of. I drew a lesson from this for the rest of my life. It is easy for us to love our country when things are going well. But it is even more important to love our country and to stay rooted even when things are not going well. That we will stay on in spite of, to make it a better place for the next generation, regardless of how imperfect we may be at the current moment. I do not profess to have the solutions to all the above challenges, but I do believe, like I always tell my men, if we stay cohesive, stay united, then even Gimo Secondary School will beat RJC. 大家好，创业难，守业更难。华人有句话，富不过三代。如果我们这批候选人真的是第四代的话，那我们的挑战将是更艰巨。如果我们要守业的话，我们就得居安思危，继续维持一个健全也稳固的国防机制，打造我们的经济空间。除此，我们不能守株待兔，我们还得不断的创新，不断的打造新就业机会给每一个阶层的新加坡人，来发挥我们的潜能，来打造一个更有凝聚力、更有包容性的社会。我出来参选，不是因为我有过人之处，我在许多方面还有得多多学习。但是我相信，如果我们能为国家出一份力，那我们就有那责任，挺身而出。更希望借此能抛砖引玉，把更好的人带出来为国家效劳。虽然在未来有许多未知数，不过我深信，如果我们能团结一致，来为国家一起的打拼，那我们的下一代将会有一个比我们这一代更好的前途。谢谢大家。